Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another episode of House of Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Wayne, a.k.a. Wayne Go Crazy. I'm here with my guys, Chubbs. Special guest in the building. He's back. Mr. The Eagles are going to start the season 10-0 himself. J.O.
How you guys doing?
Joey and Smooth are out today. J.O. will be here in place. Big Celtics guy over here, so should be a pretty fun episode, man. This episode will be giving our mid-season grades, telling you guys what players we're buying stock in and what players we're selling the stock. As well, we're back with another Mount Rushmore also, man. All right, before we get started, a few housekeeping things. First things first, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe on this video. If you're on any of the audio platforms listening, make sure you're downloading the episode. And then if you're on YouTube, make sure you're liking, commenting, and subscribing. And then vice versa, if you're on YouTube, go to audio, download it. And if you're on audio, go to YouTube, hit that like button. The more people that listen and more downloads we get, more likes we get, it helps other fans, other people, come and see our show and, want to continue to grow our fan base, man. Before we get started, Chubbs, John, you got anything y'all want to say to the people?
Not today. Seeing a lot of BS on timeline.
Chelsea. Chubbs is upset. He's saying we're not going to talk football today, but we're seeing the trade machines line up. It looks like there's going to be a Lamar Jackson sweepstakes this off season, but
this is why I'm not paying attention to it, because Wayne is that type of people that are just trolling right now and trying to get the media, social media buzzing. So
listen, man.
I just want people.
When it happens, I don't know if Chubb's gonna come on the podcast that day. If Lamar get traded, man, I don't know if Chubb's gonna show up on the pod. I don't know.
He's not getting traded.
He just got an injury. He just got an injury, Wayne.
Hey, man, I saw reports that they only offer my dog $133 million. That's disrespectful. Guaranteed. That's less guaranteed money than Kyler Murray. Less guaranteed money than Russell Wilson. This is disrespect. But this is a basketball episode, so we're not gonna get into it.
Hearsay.
Hey, man, Shefty said it, man. In the chef we trust. In the chef we trust.
That's the problem with taking risks. But I'm gonna just keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Hey, man, let's go ahead and get started into our midseason grades for each team. To start off, so we're gonna start in the West. We're gonna go from bottom to top. So, first team, I want to hear your grades for the Houston Rockets.
Who you want to go first?
You can go first, Chubbs.
All right. I was pretty strict with grading. There's only a few teams in the whole NBA I gave A pluses to, and I got a lot of A's and A minuses. Only a few got A pluses, and it's not what you're going to expect. But Houston Rockets, I kind of expected a little bit more out of y'all. So you guys got that young core, and y'all still have not amounted up to anything. And the fact that a top 3 pick in Jabari Smith is trash right now in my eyes, not living up to the hype when the other 2 top 3 picks are living up to their hype. I'm giving you guys a C- for being at the very bottom.
That's better than me.
I didn't give any D's or F's because C- in my eyes like a D. That's a bad grade when you get a C-. Come on.
Well, the reason I gave them a D, honestly, is because they just a young core. It literally is just a young core. And the West is good this year. Well, last year it was the best. Right. This year, the West is kind of weak, but there's still good teams in the West. And Rockets just can't win games. So, and they're just young, so they got a D for me.
Yeah, I mean
that's probably why I gave them a C- because they're young.
I'm gonna go with a D+. I gave them a D+. I think I agree. I mean, the only bright spot for me for the entire Rockets team is Alfred Sengun. He's the only bright spot. Young center, one of the best young centers in the game, but he also doesn't play too much defense. But just in general, I don't feel like their young core is actually getting better and properly developing. In my opinion, they just had back-to-back top 3 picks, they shouldn't still be in the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes, in my opinion. They have a young and good enough core where they should be how OKC is right now, in my opinion. So,
yeah, Jalen Green,
yeah, Jalen Green's still inefficient, but he's
Porter Jr.
scoring good. He still can give you buckets, but I just don't feel like they're developing the right way. And maybe they are in the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes, but I just don't think they should be. The next team, San Antonio Spurs.
Another team I gave them a C- for being towards the bottom. I could have probably give them a D+ because like they were in this situation last year at the bottom, and they literally didn't really make any improvements in my eyes in the offseason. I'm be honest, they didn't. Who'd they sign? What was their big signing? Wayne, giving me the look.
I'll tell you the reason why I'm giving you the look,
but I got them a C- for being at that position.
I gave them a D, honestly. It's just the same situation. It's just like they grinding, honestly, and they can't get wins. The West is competitive.
All right. I give
the league is competitive in all. And if you can't get buckets, you can't get buckets and win.
I get the San Antonio Spurs a B+ my grade.
That's why.
That's why y'all wild. I think it's quite clear that they are in the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes, so there's no reason for them to try to be good. But what I do like is they're developing their young talent. With Trey Jones, with Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, they are improving as players. Even Romeo Langford, who was once a Boston Celtic, they're improving as players, but they're not winning. They're just developing their talent, but their clear agenda is not to win, because everybody knows that they're trying to get Victor or Scoot or somebody, one of these generational players that they say are in this draft. They're not winning because they're choosing not to win. Hence why they didn't sign anybody. They didn't go after anybody. It's because they're in a rebuilding phase, and they're just going to develop their young talent around them to become better and either stay with them or eventually become key trade pieces. So that's why I gave the Spurs a B+. Yeah, y'all think they trying to win, bro? Y'all gave them one I was like, what y'all doing, bro? They're not trying to win.
Nah, yeah. They not, but I'm just...
Los Angeles Lakers.
Don't break my heart, but gave them a C- as well. I expected a lot more out of Lakers this year. At least being in the playoffs. They're pushing. They're at 13th right now.
Yeah, they out of the play-in. So yeah,
that's terrible. Sorry, C-.
Generous.
They got a C. They got a C for just obvious reasons. Anthony Davis is not hurt. It's only a matter of time till they all start clicking. And if it wasn't for injuries, they'll be in that 23-25 range win column. If we were reviewing it today, if they were healthy.
So they'd be a top 5 seed right now if they're healthy?
Yeah. They only a few games behind right now.
What is it?
AD was just, AD was balling back to back. LeBron balling back to back. Westbrook is balling back to back. They just starting to get things flowing.
I gave the Lakers a D+. Obviously, we know injuries, but that's always been a thing. I also don't like the rotations that they have going on a nightly basis. Feel like Darvingham still we're 42 games in, halfway at the season mark, and he still doesn't know his rotations each and every night. What has been a bright spot for them is Thomas Bryant. So that's been a huge bright spot for them, and also Russ coming off the bench. That's the one thing he got right.
Hey, just go out there and have fun.
Hey, they ain't winning, so they might well just go out there.
Just go out there and have fun.
Yo, that face, Braun look. For the way Braun looked when he heard that, Braun was like, "Bro, what the?" Hey,
we about to be greedy, man. No, hey, we're gonna be greedy, but let's have fun, guys.
Yeah, man. He just try. It's a lot of young guys on their team, so I understand where Russ was coming from with that. Like, you don't want to put so much pressure on them because they're going crack underneath it. That's how it is at the end of the day. But I give them a D plus because I think they should be better, even with AD out, like Braun and LeBron. Braun and Russ should be better, even with the way Lonnie Walker and Thomas Bryant have been stepping up throughout the season. So they'll get better. I like the way. I think Dennis Schroeder also has to be a little bit more consistent as well. So OKC.
I gave them a B minus.
No reason, just B minus.
I mean, I didn't expect. I mean, I where they're at, I kind of expected. They still are missing like one player away, in my opinion, to really make a push and maybe for like as like a top 6 team in the West. But because you get what you're getting out of Shy. I still like Josh Giddey on that team. I think you're just missing one piece on that team. But I like the fight that they put up against teams that are currently in the playoffs. So that's why I give them a B minus.
J.O.
Yes. They got a B for me. They're a good team, honestly. It's just like again, it's if you can't close out close games, they have been in a lot of close games. And when they do win against good teams, sometimes they even blow them out. So yeah, I think they'll definitely finish high, like 7th in the West.
Whoa, that's a big prediction.
That's a big climb. That's a big climb.
It's a big climb, but I think it's true.
It could happen.
I'm with you, John. I gave them a B as well. Highly competitive on an every night basis. They are developing the young talent that they have, and I did not expect them to be this good, especially with Chet being out for the year. So,
yeah,
I really like what they're doing, and I like the direction that they're going. So, OKC Thunder get a B out of me. Portland Trailblazers.
I gave them a C plus. They're average to me, and that's just an average grade. I'm not really impressed with them. I mean, I know Dame just dropped 50. Last night or the other night? He just dropped 50. But like that team's just been the same for years. It's like they're not really impressing me at all. So I just give them a simple C plus.
Portland Trailblazers, they definitely get a C. I think this year they at least got 3 players averaging 20 on their team right now. So I think as the season goes on, they'll improve, get a little bit better, but they're just a C team for me.
Yeah, they're not making no noise.
Yeah, I get them a B minus. Dame has been in and out of the lineup. Anthony Simons, same thing. But like John said, they have 3 players averaging 20 plus. I think just when they're all healthy, and when they're finally a fully healthy team where everybody can play like a 20-game stretch, I think they can easily go like 13-7 and 12-8 in that stretch and make some noises. They'll be a tough out in the playoffs when it does happen. So I give them a B minus. Minnesota Timberwolves.
I hate this team. Just the fact that they thought they made a big splash in the offseason and you're not getting a lot out of him and really D'Angelo Russell. I'm giving you guys a C minus. I did have you at a C, and I really want to give you a D, but the fact that you guys are pushing play-in, but you guys aren't going to do anything if you go playoffs, I'm giving you a C minus. I did have you at a C originally.
I'm actually going a D plus for the Timberwolves. I think they made some noise early on in the season, and it just kind of like they're not meeting expectations for me. So I don't. They're like the Trailblazers to me. They'll probably fizzle even more.
The Minnesota Timberwolves get an F from me. They get an F. They are the 10th seed right now. I had them finishing as a top 3 seed before the season started.
I did not remember
with the
that.
trade they had happening with the team they had around them. Or maybe I'm lying. I think I had them at a 4th, 15th seed. I had them as a 4th or 5th seed. Other people around had them as a top 3 seed. With their defense should have improved. Carl Anthony Towns should have less defensive responsibility so that he would have been more on the offensive side. Yeah, he's hurt. I know that. But at the end of the day, your best player, in my opinion, regressed in Anthony Edwards because of the team that you put together. They are a huge disappointment right now. And for them to be the 10th seed is not acceptable. And that is why they have a F. If I wanted to be nice, I could have gave them a D minus, but I said no. Let's just be very blunt. This team has an F grade on the year for me thus far, midway through the season. Utah Jazz.
I got them at a B plus because no one expected them to be where they're at right now. Everybody expected them to be where the Houston Rockets are at right now. They played early off in the season, like when we talked about it, they were playing really good basketball. They might have kind of plateaued a little bit, but the fact that they're still pushing, I mean, they're not pushing, they're in playoffs right now. If it were to end today, I'm giving them to be playing, but it's still playoff. Playing is a playoff game, postseason. I'll give y'all B plus because no one expected y'all to be where y'all at.
I agree. Nothing more to say. B plus. Same thing. The power forward, I didn't expect. Look, he looking like a star over there. And a potential. I'm not gonna say star, but he's gonna be valid. I'll say he's a good.
He's an all-star this year. That's what he is. He's an all-star this year.
For sure.
I give him an A. Like everything you guys said, didn't expect them to be this good. And they're competitive on a nightly basis. And I thought they would be in the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes, but I don't know. Maybe they won't. So, yeah, that's what I have. Golden State Warriors.
I got them at a B, just strictly because I know out for a little.
I give them a B minus. They just need to be healthy. Jordan Poole could do a little bit more to win games, control, not turn the ball over so much. I'm not going to break down the whole team, but I give them a B minus because of injuries and whatever.
Yeah, I gave them a B minus as well. Mainly because they have they're the best team at home, but they're also one of the worst teams on the road. And also, I would have just kept them at a B, but just the failure to develop. Now I can't think of the center's name right now. James Wiseman, to me, hurts.
Yeah.
I think that's a failure
big
on them. So that's why it makes me bring them down a little bit. But for the most part, they're B minus. I think they'll be fine in the long run. Phoenix Suns.
Another team that honestly kind of disappoints me. They were a top 3 team in the West last year. I know Devin Booker's been missing games here and there. He's been hurt. But I gave y'all a C plus. It might be a little low in some people's eyes, but that's kind of, you guys kind of like in the middle for me. So that's like in the middle type of grade that I'm going to give, because this team should be a lot better, a lot higher, but they're just not the same. I don't know if you guys watch any games of them, but they're just not the same team from last year.
I'll give them a D, strictly for D Book.
Oh my God.
D for D Book. I ain't gonna lie, because he's the key piece that's missing, but also Crowder. I don't know what's going on.
Boy said they wanted to start Cam Johnson. He said he wasn't with that.
Like, I don't know what you can purposely do to like ruin your team more and more. Mikal Bridges could do a little bit more consistently
offensively for sure.
Yeah. So they get a D.
They just get a C. Actually, they get a B from me. Right now, they are where I thought they would be, but like, you gotta remember when D Book was healthy, they were the number one team in the West. So once he got hurt, they really went down. So, but yeah, I have them as a B. Los Angeles Clippers.
I gave the Clippers a B because they played a lot of the season either without Kawhi or a Kawhi that's on load management, tracking minutes. So, and the fact that they're in the position they are with just PG and John Wall and the roster they got, I'll give them a B. Because without Kawhi, I wouldn't expect them to be what are they? Where are they at? 6th, 7th?
Yeah, they 6th.
They're 6th. Without Kawhi, I wouldn't expect them to be that high. Maybe like 8th or 9th, but so I'll give them a B.
I'll give them a C minus. I can't decide on their potential yet, honestly. Like you said, injuries. Injuries been a big part of everybody's team this year, honestly. And it sucks when your 2 best players can't be on the floor, 3 best players can't be on the floor night in and night out. So they get a C minus.
For me, they get a C plus. They are staying afloat while their 2 best players out, but we'll get to the Clippers when we talk about players we're selling stock in. But yeah, they just get a C plus for me, man. The next team we have up are Sacramento Kings.
I'm gonna give the Kings one of my 2 A pluses because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did not expect the Kings to be top 5 in the West, and Wayne gets on me for De'Aaron Fox whenever we talk about NBA. And De'Aaron Fox has been snapping. Domantas Sabonis has been snapping. If only this team had Ben Simmons, man, they would be going to NBA champion. But seriously, didn't expect y'all to be in this position. Y'all really proved me wrong. I'm gonna give y'all A plus.
Yeah, A plus. A plus.
The Kings, they're top 5 in the West. When the last time you heard that 2 things in a statement?
No, yeah, they got a lot more they could improve on too with winning close games as well. But they definitely get a B.
Damn, just a B?
They get a B. Oh, they get a B, bro.
Right now, for me, they get an A. I don't want to give them an A plus, but an A. They are better than I thought they would be. I thought they had them being a play-in team potentially. But they're the 5th seed, like Chubb said. Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox, Kayvon Herter.
Murray's coming in and doing stuff for them
Velvet Mamba's been killing. They've been doing their thing, man. Really, really happy with Wade. And you know what's crazy? I never thought Mike Brown was ever a good coach. I just thought he got carried by Braun. Silly me. He's doing a fantastic job with this Kings team, man. So. The Kings
they're definitely gonna make the playoffs this year. I'll say that they'll definitely make the playoffs.
That should warrant an A. We're talking about
No.
We talk about the Kings.
There's still room for that statement to go wrong. So
yeah, it's only halfway. It's only halfway. It's a lot of room.
Well, we're talking about right now. So right now for me that's A plus.
They get an A from me. Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas Mavericks got my other A plus. Yes. Remember we were talking about Luka not having anybody and him being in the spot that he was because he was the only guy? He is willing that team to a top 4 in the West, dropping 30, 40 whenever they need. He just went to war with 2 OTs with LeBron and came out on top. He's going to go down, and this is going to be the hottest take. He's going to go down as the greatest international player ever, in my eyes, when it's all said and done. Yeah. And he might be a top 10 player all time.
Whoa, now that's hot.
Top 15. He's nice.
Nah, Luka's nice. We just got to see him win a chip first.
The fact that
we got to see him get a chip first before we start talking top 10 talk, bro.
But
even top 15 talk, too.
The fact that he's doing this with basically his next best player, in my eyes, and it's an opinion, is Christian Wood. But
it's not an opinion.
But
it's a fact.
That's A plus, top 4 in the West. MVP on the team.
Duh.
He is. That was my MVP selection.
He the MVP every year on that team.
No, MVP of the league.
He's top. He top 5.
Only top 5.
Yeah,
We're not gonna go top 3, top 2,
top 4 for sure.
Not top 3.
Not. He's in the top 3 too.
All right, you got Tatum above him.
They right there next to each other. Honestly,
That's not what I asked you. You got Tatum above him.
You know I got Tatum above him. Tatum is crazy. He just had a triple-double against Mr. Triple-Double himself. And he got him out of there. So they definitely get a B+. It's Luka magic, honestly. That's really what it is. I would like to see more from Spencer, even though he's good at doing what he do, getting 12 buckets
here
and there. But he needs to do more. And Christian Woods, honestly. But Luka got the show, so they got a B+ for sure.
They only get a B for me because it's Luka or die, and Luka might die playing for this team because the way they're killing him, man. He is playing. Luka has to play 38+ minutes a night, bro.
Hey,
that's ridiculous.
Hey, only the greatest can do it.
Yeah, but he's not athletic, so he get tired quick. Like we gotta get Luka help, man. And the only reason they get a B for me is just because Luka's willing them. But if you ask me, the support of Luka is a F. So they need to get Luka some help, man. Obviously, I know what that core does defensively to help Luka out, but offensively, they need to find somebody. And losing Jalen Brunson to me was huge. And yeah, can't believe that was your other A+, which is wild. Let's go to the Pelicans.
I was hard grader, man. I gave the Pelicans an A. Again, top 3 in the West right now. One of the teams I talk a little bit heavy on because I'm not the biggest fan of Zion, even though he is balling. He is balling, but I'm giving them a A straight up.
Pelicans, they get a B+. Like I said, injuries, they all haven't been. I'm a big fan of this team, honestly, this year and last year as well. But injuries play a key part. You know, CJ McCollum is cooking, Zion's cooking. Brandon Ingram, you know what he can do, so they just get a B+.
Yeah, I'm with John. They get a B+. I want to see this team healthy, man. There's one like I said, same thing with the Blazers. For like a 20-game stretch, I just want to see everybody there playing basketball because I think this team could be the best team in the West, in my opinion. So, next team, Memphis Grizzlies.
Gave Memphis A-. They're at where they're supposed to be. They're doing the same thing they did last year. They were a top 3 team, but they're now they're top 2 in the West. Jaren Jackson coming back has been big for them.
DPOY.
Yep, Defensive Player of the Year, absolutely. So yeah, A-.
They definitely get an A-. My fault. They got.
I was like, yeah, what's the biggest pause? Like, it's gonna be dramatic.
No, I low key had a brain fart for some reason, but I was saying
you're a Jaren Jackson Defensive Player of the Year. Freaked you out.
He said, Robert Williams.
Nah. I'm not worried about that. That ain't it.
You're smart.
No. Nah. But no, yeah, they get an A-. They're nice, man. What can I say? They need to keep gritty.
They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Whoop that trick.
yeah, they get an A. They get an A out of me. An A. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. 8-game win streak. With injuries, they had Jaren Jackson, then you had Desmond Bain, and they're finding ways to still win. Shout out Taylor Jenkins, man, great coach. Denver Nuggets.
They got an A for me. It's like similar situation as Memphis. I always know this. You got Jokic, you know, and I mean I know they just got Jamal Murray's. Was this the first season he's been back in? Like I feel like in like 2-3 years.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah.
They are where they're supposed to be. They're top of the West. Could be one of the teams that could make it out the West.
They got an A-. Jokic, like he's like Luka, but more than sorry. Let me slow down. Luka, slow down again. Reverse. My son Jokic, he really got like a supporting cast. Though Aaron Gordon has been playing phenomenal this year.
Yes,
putting up big buckets. And Michael Porter just came back not too long ago. He's been consistent in scoring, defending. A-.
Yeah, they get an A out of me. I had them finishing as a top team in the West, and they're finishing as a top team in the West. I'm pretty sure preseason rankings I had them at number 1. So they're at where I thought they would be. So yeah, that's for the West. Let's get to the East. Number 15, Charlotte Hornets.
I gave Charlotte. I gave them a C-, because in my eyes, I know Bridges, not being on the team anymore, or he might be coming back from what I heard. I don't know. He was at one of their games. They think he's going to contract soon after that. All that dust goes away in his situation, even though it's a serious situation. I think they regressed this year. Last year they had a lot of positive things throughout their season, and even the year before that. And now, maybe they're in the Victor race, like Wayne saying. If you match Victor with LaMelo, that'd be ridiculous in my eyes. But I don't know. They regressed in my eyes, so C-.
Yeah, they got a D. They definitely. I didn't picture them having 11 wins, but also didn't picture LaMelo not playing, Hayward not playing a few games, a lot of games. Injuries is playing a part for this team, I would say, and they are in the race for the boy Victor, so they get D.
They get a D- from me. They are in the race for Victor, but also not developing their young talent the way I would like them to do. You got Mark Williams that you drafted at center, and you're just playing Miles Plumlee. I don't know why he still has a job, or Mason Miles, one of the Plumlees. I don't know why he still has a job in this league. Sorry, I don't want nobody to get fired, but he should be a backup center, never a starting center. So,
he's a Duke guy.
Yeah, you're wrong.
So yeah.
What's next? Pistons.
The next team, Pistons. Yeah, my bad.
I gave them a C-. I'm a little disappointed in the Pistons. I was kind of excited to watch them this year. I thought it'd be a little bit more wins than they are. I wasn't expecting anything crazy, but I don't know. I do like Ivy, but I thought he'd get more out of this team. So I got him at a C-.
Yeah, stop smacking your leg, bro.
My bad.
They definitely get. They definitely get a D.
They're young.
Not really, but I mean they are. But it's just they give me Rockets vibes. They just can't win games. That's it.
Yeah, I'm with you. They give me Rocket vibes, but I do like what they've been doing with Killian Hayes, so they get a C- out of me. Next team, the Orlando Magic.
I gave them a C+. I really, like I said, they got the Rookie of the Year on that team, but I think we all agree with that. I like what they're getting out of him, but I do notice Jalen Suggs hasn't really been playing as much. He
got hurt.
I don't watch many Magic games.
He got hurt. He coming back though.
But I would like to see what they look like together, for more than a few games. So I gave him a C+, just because off of what they're doing with Paulo. Even though I'm very disappointed in them. I know you guys got Bol in that team, but what the hell happened to Mo Bamba? Developing that guy.
Trash.
I know he's trash, but what happened developing him? He played good defense in college.
Trash.
Yeah, they got Bol.
I know Bol. Yeah, I got him a C+ though.
Yeah, they definitely get a. They got a C minus. C. They got a C. I give them a C actually. They made one of the best pick in their lives this year. Picking them up, so they get a D.
Yeah, right now I give them a B for picking the best players in the past two drafts. They got Paulo, and then they got Frauds Warner, who is
He
averaging
bombed.
20 as well. So the development of them, the way to develop Mobamba, not Mobamba, got me thinking Mobamba, Bol. Jalen Suggs was playing well before he got hurt as well. So yeah, I got them at a B. Washington Wizards.
C plus. And I wanted to go higher, but the fact that you guys disappointed me and you guys aren't in the playing spot like I predicted before the season. The only reason I'll give a C plus is because the production they are getting out of Kyle Kuzma and Kristaps Porzingis, and the fact that I'm talking about Kyle Kuzma and Kristaps over the guy that's supposed to be the leader
The
of the team,
superstar in the league.
it makes me sad. Because you would think if he would just step up a little bit, that he might have a little bit more wins overall. So, yeah, I got him at C plus.
They definitely get a C. Injuries. Bradley Beal been hurt though. I think.
Yeah, I know he hasn't played a bunch, but he hasn't. But when he is playing,
It's not impressive.
he's not the vocal point. It's either Kuzma or Kristaps.
I think Kuz has been showing
He's balling.
He's been that go-to person to get some buckets, and Porzingis does his thing. Bradley Bill's older, man. It's time that he's passing the torch. He's trying to pass it.
He's only 28, bro. No, stop.
He's getting older, man.
You're saying that because he's been in one spot for like
Listen,
a long time.
so they get a C, man. They get a C. They definitely better off than I expected this year, though. Honestly, I didn't think they were still going to be able to gel all together, and it's looking like they're starting to do that. So.
The Wizards get a D out of me, man. And the only reason why they get a D is
Hater.
because it's not me hating. It's me just being realistic, and they need to stop being foolish and stupid and just blow it up. Blow it up. Get the picks for Bradley. Get the picks for Kuz. Get the picks for Porzingis. Go into a full rebuild. The city would be all right. They got the Commanders.
They would not be all right.
They got the Capitals.
They would not be the Caps maybe, but they would not be all right.
They'll be all right, man. Tell them give y'all 2 years for y'all to go get some amazing talent, because the best this team will ever be is a playing team. What type of aspirations are that? And the reason why I'm giving them the D, because they just not going in the obvious direction that they need to go in. There's no retooling with this team. It's a full-out rebuild to get the Wizards to anywhere they ever want to be. So, Toronto Raptors.
Game of C. It's another team that's kind of like that doesn't really impress me too much. And I mean, they are where they're supposed to be. Like I didn't expect much from them other than where they are right now. So I can't really give them a D for being where they are. So C.
They got to see. They're playing average, so they're not winning games. Not also, they're just injuries. Injuries has played a part too. So they get a C. There's not much to say on the Raptors, honestly.
They get a D for me. They're supposed to be they're at least supposed to be a playing team. Fred VanVleet's having his worst year of his career. They still didn't get a center in the offseason. It's showing to hurt their team. Pascal Siakam is playing like a top player in the league. And OG Anunoby's playing like a top player. Not top player, but he's playing like really good two-way player in the league. But the way Scotty Barnes looks, the way Fred VanVleet looks, the way this team just looks, yeah, they're defensively they're still a good team, but this team is just disappointing to me. So this is another team I think they may need to think about doing a rebuild. I'm sorry, Toronto fans, but no. Chicago Bulls.
C minus.
C minus.
C minus. That team, another team, don't really impress me. I feel like they have the players to be better than they are. It's just they just don't get that out of those players from a night in and night out basis. So just unimpressive to me, even though they're a playing team. So C minus.
Yeah, they get a C. They just gotta. Zach LaVine gotta. DeRozan gotta. Everybody gotta. The coach gotta. Like everybody got it, so that's all I'm gonna say. They got it.
Everybody got it. That's a good. Yeah, they get a C from me too, man. Another team I think they should think about what they want to do because they have a team full of number 2s and not number 1s. So, Atlanta Hawks.
C plus. And the only reason why they're getting this grade from me, even though they are in playoffs, but another team in my eyes, they regressed. Last year, they were a top team in the top 4, top 5 team in the East.
No, they weren't.
I swear they were. They were better than they were this year. For a fact.
They were a 2nd seed. They were 7th seed.
Well,
they were literally the 10th seed last year.
Were they? What year when they were a top seed?
That was the year before.
So there you go. I mean, they're regressing in my eyes. They're not making any improvements. So C what I say? C plus. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they got a C. They're not good. They're not bad. They just average. So I was like, I don't know how else to explain it. I think they need to they need to get rid of John Collins.
They need to blow it up.
And but I like the DeJounte and Trae Young dynamic. I'm tripping. But yeah, they get a C. So that's it.
They get a D out of me, D plus. Their coach don't want to be there. They don't want their coach there. Bunch of GM changes. You see, Kyle Korver just became the assistant GM today. If you watch them play basketball, it look like they hate each other out there. The trade for DeJounte Murray is not where they wanted him to be. They wanted to be a top 5 seed when you trade for DeJounte Murray. So, yeah, man, they're just a D plus team, man. This team, like John said, they've been talking about trading John Collins for 2 to 3 years, and he's still on the team. So that doesn't help either. AJ Griffin has looked good though. So yeah, and Double O is not playing the way people thought he would be playing when Clint is gone. So yeah, Miami Heat.
E minus. No explanation. I don't really have much to say about them. I think they're 8th seed. They're still a pretty overall good team, even though, they're not winning as many games as I thought they were going to win. I think they're still going to have potential to make noise in the playoffs. They go to playoffs. I mean, there's still a lot of season left. But they're just, I don't know, B minus. They're at where they're kind of in the area they're supposed to be. I think that 5 to 8 range. I didn't think they're going to be a top 4 team. I think, Wayne, did you say you guys are going to be top 4 team? I can't remember. But, yeah. Still a lot of season left, though.
They definitely get a C minus. It's literally, they can't stay healthy. And it's starting to look like they can't hit threes. And that's big. That's big, man. C minus.
I'm with John. Go.
No, you go.
No, go ahead. Because you about to say something I think I was going to agree with. So.
No, I was going to say something about Kyle Lowry. I think something needs to happen with him, and that's it. I like how Victor is starting to showcase himself, and I think it needs to be more of it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I am with you. C minus. Just not being healthy, not offense looking like it's running properly. Half court offense sucks. Like John said, we ain't been hitting shots the way we usually hit shots. Defense isn't where it used to be. Thank God Victor Oladipo came back because he's been tremendous on the defensive end. But yeah, outside of Bam really progressing on the offensive end, um, Dwayne Dedmon is still our backup center. That's an issue one. All right, so Caleb Martin is our starting four. I love Caleb Martin. He needs to be a bench energy guy, not a starting four. So yeah, and we're not playing Jovic at all. So don't know, man. I have it a C minus. If it wasn't for what Bam has been doing, we would be a D for me. So, but I have it as a C minus. The Indiana Pacers.
I got him B plus. Because honestly, I know you're getting a lot out of that team. Tyrese Halliburton, and I know Turner's playing pretty good basketball. Um, honestly, I didn't think they'd be where they are. I think they'd be closer to a play-in team, 8th seed, 9th seed, but they are 7th, so it's not that far off. B plus.
I give them a B. Honestly, they surprised me just like the
Kings.
They surprised me like the I was gonna say the Kings. They surprised me like how the Kings did. But even more so because it's just a young core group as well, you know. But I think they're not making the playoffs. Honestly, this year they're gonna definitely fall off. The East is competitive, and even though they have beat my boys twice, I believe they beat. Sorry, that was the Cavaliers. Cavaliers beat us twice. Pacers, they definitely hooping, man. They do, but they get a B.
Yeah, they get a B plus out of me as well. I don't know if they're gonna make the playoffs, but just I thought they were gonna be where the Charlotte Hornets are. So for the fact that they're here, Tyrese Halliburton is looking like one of the best point guards in the league. Um, and Benedict Mathurin is one of the best rookies. If it wasn't for Paulo, he'd be winning Rookie of the Year. This is the first time where I see like a trade work for both teams. So Bonus is balling in the Kings, and then Pacers, you got Halliburton going crazy as well. And Halliburton got Miles Turner looking so good, they thinking about not trading him. So
Right. I haven't heard no Miles Turner trade talks in since the beginning of season, right? Or beginning of the year.
yeah, that's where I'm at. The Knicks.
Knicks is one of the teams that kind of shocked me. I actually gave them a B plus as well. Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle playing really good basketball, leading that team. 6th seed I was not expecting this right now. So B plus, similar to the Pacers, kind of shocked me.
They get a B. Julius Randle, he's hooping. Jalen Brunson is hooping. They just can't win games. So if you can't win games, it's going to be hard. And also, they haven't been healthy. I think Jalen Brunson missed a few games.
He came back though, and he's been playing. He's been playing really well though.
Yeah,
I mean, he dropped 42 and they still lost.
No, yeah,
shit,
and
it's still 42. My bad though, John.
And the Knicks will be the Knicks. You know, I'm just thinking about that game where Luka played, and he actually won that game versus them. That was the Knicks. The Knicks do Knick things, and maybe because I'm from New Jersey, they get a B. They just get the B. They're gonna fall off. So
I agree they will fall off, but I'm gonna give them a B for right now as well. They are in a better spot than I thought they would be. I thought they would be in the play-in. So to be the top 6 seed, not having to play in any play-in games is really good. But I do believe by the time the season ends, they will find a way to be in the play-in. So 76ers.
I gave Philly a B minus, strictly off. I thought they'd be a little higher in the East and at 5 right now. So B minus.
I'll give them a B. I think I need to see more from James Harden, like scoring wise. He's doing a lot of things. He's scoring more. And B is doing what he's doing. And injuries played a part too. So I definitely give them a B.
Yeah, I'll give them a B as well. I think injuries played a part. James Harden got hurt for some time, then Tyrese Maxey got hurt for some time, and Embiid was out for a little bit as well. So I think that's why they're at the 5th seed. I did have them finishing as like a top 2 seed in the East. this year, so maybe they'll get to it once everybody plays a good amount of games. But yeah, I have them as a B. The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cavs have gotten an A out of me. Um, Big offseason acquisition from D. Mitch, seeing it pay off. He's leading that team. It's a very good team overall. Um, Top 5 in the East. Yeah, they get an A from me. And you got, I'm sorry, you got borderline MVP. Got that guy that's in those odds, D. Mitch, MVP on that team, potentially. So
yeah, I give him a B plus. They were nice before Donovan Mitchell got there. In my opinion, I thought they were always going to be at least in the top 8 before Donovan Mitchell got there. And since he's got there and he's balling, the man just dropped 72?
71, 71.
72? So not 71, but no, yeah, they definitely got a B plus for me.
Yeah, they got an A from me. Donovan Mitchell is doing Donovan Mitchell things. They are finishing. I had them finishing as the 3rd team in the East, and they're gonna be. I think they're gonna end up finishing right there. I don't think Brooklyn sustains this, especially with KD out. So, yeah, they get an A from me. Only thing I want to see is Darius Garland be a little bit more consistent and actually play and stop being injured. So, Milwaukee Bucks.
I'm giving the Bucks an A minus because they're what I thought they were, and I don't really like watching this thing because to me, like I know what to expect. It's kind of boring to watch the Bucks, in my opinion. Some people might think differently, but A minus. They're a good team. They are what they are supposed to be.
Yeah. I give them a strong B plus. Like they missing Middleton. Middleton wasn't hurt, they'll at least be the top 2 team in the East right now. And that's not saying much because they top 4 in the East.
Yeah,
right
they
now,
only
so
half a game back.
So Middleton definitely they need more buckets, and Middleton is that bucket getter. Grayson Allen needs to do. It's not even much more I can say. Like not him needs to do more, but he needs to hit shots more consistently for me. So they get a B plus.
Yeah, they get an A out of me. Like you said, no Middleton for majority of the year, and they still top 3 team in the East. Half a game back from the 2 seed, 3.5 back from the 1st seed. Drew has also missed some time as well, so they just get a good A out of me. Jeanette.
I'm gonna give them an A minus as well. I wasn't expecting them. I knew they were gonna be a slightly top 5 team. I wasn't expecting top 2. To be honest with y'all, this year coming in, especially with like the turmoil of switching a new coach mid-year. I'll give them an A minus.
Yeah, they get an A minus. They're definitely good. And it's only a matter of time. They might lose a few games because KD is not playing right now, but this is where Ben Simmons need to show up. Kyrie show up. Steph Curry show up. All the bucket getters show up. That's it. They get an A minus though.
They get an A plus out of me, man. All the adversity that's been happening, the Kyrie situation, the Steve Nash situation, KD saying all these guys on my teams are basically scrubs. That's not really what he said. Ben Simmons still not putting up shots and looking at a basket. With all this being said, they're still a top 2 team in the East. So I have to give them their credit and give them an A plus. We have the last and least, but the Celtics.
I give him an A. I was pushing a little bit to A minus, but I'm giving it A strictly off of Jason Tatum came off a really big year last year, and he's carrying it over into this year, and I think he's even stepped up his play even a little bit. I can't like John said, I can't remember the last time I heard Jason Tatum getting a triple double. To be honest with you, but that's good. You're getting that from him. He's stepping up and elevating his game in other ways, other than just scoring and playing defense. But and then also Jaylen Brown. You're going to get Robert Williams back. I don't know. soon, so that should be big for y'all. He's back. So I don't know how much minutes he be playing, but that's big for Celtics going forward. And similar to like Wayne said, we had a kind of a discussion about this. Even though that team was already established, it's not easy for a coach to come in and just take over and put in your own philosophy, even though your philosophy should be similar to the guy that you coach with on your coaching staff. But I still give him an A. I think this team's going to be the team representing team in the East, potentially.
Yeah. I give him an A. You know, a fan of me, I will give him an A+.
I was going to see what you was going to do.
No. I give him an A. You know, so Malcolm Brogdon, I'm telling you,
he's big.
He's the key that we've been missing. That bench presence is crazy. Offensively, consistently, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, they can average 30 together. You know, Marcus Smart doing what he does. I love my team. I think we learned our lesson. I think we learned our lesson last year. And we're not taking things for granted.
He sounded like I love my team.
Like, I love my team. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're my young fella. So
yeah, I give them an A, man. I give them an A simply off that team just being really, really good. I mean, they are where I think they would be nice, but I didn't think they were gonna be this nice. So yeah, I give them an A. So that's where I have them, man. All right. That was our midseason grades, man. That was really long. That took 56 minutes. That is absolutely insane. So let's go ahead and get into our players that we're buying stock in. So 3 players you're buying stock in. Let's start there. Chubbs, go ahead.
Oh, well, number 1, John just said his name, Michael Brogdon. I like his game. I personally think he should be a starter, even though I know he's really effective coming in as your 6th man. That's been his whole career MO. But I think he's good enough to be a starter on any team. Like, he is highly underrated. And, yeah, I buy a lot of stock in that guy.
You only have 1? You can name all 3.
Oh, I thought we were going one by one. All right. 2, I got Laurie. Laurie's emerging himself as the guy, the face of Utah. He's the leader on that team, carrying that team. So that's my number 2. And number 3, I mentioned him, Jalen Brunson. I know he might have been hurt, but I'm buying. I wasn't a Jalen Brunson believer, guys. Like, when he got that big contract, I was like, okay, I think he might have overpaid a little bit for this guy. But he's making me a believer. So Jalen Brunson.
Yeah. I'm buying stock in Shea Alexander, man. Shea Alexander. I knew he was nice, but I didn't know he was like this nice. So I'm buying more stock in him, De'Aaron Fox, and Lord. So
yeah, I'm buying more stock in Jaylen Brown, career high 27 points. Buying more stock in Bam, 21 and 10. Want to see that get to like 23, 25 and 10, then it's really gonna get scary for folks. And then some other rated folks I'm buying some stock in. I'm buying some stock in Devin Vassell of the San Antonio Spurs. Getting an opportunity, putting up 19-4-3. And then lastly, Thomas Bryant in the absence of...
Damn, how many names you say?
I said 4.
I swear you said 5.
I said 4. I said Bam.
I had a few others, but you said just give me 3.
It said 3 to 5 on there. You decided.
You said 3.
It said 3 to 5 on there.
And then going.
I just said Thomas Bryant lastly.
Okay. I also had a little bias, but I had Kristaps. I'm buying stock in Kristaps. I think he's balling for the Wizards. So that was my 4th. So,
all right. Next, who are we selling stock in?
I'm selling the Minnesota Timberwolves. Nah. So, 2 of them are on the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm selling the hell out of D'Angelo Russell. I'm selling the hell out of Rudy Gobert. And then, I'm sorry, it's still a lot. You're still young. You're a rookie, but I'm selling Jabari Smith, guys. I'm not
In
impressed.
year one, you're selling the Jabari Smith stock? That's crazy.
I am. Just strictly off of he's a top 3 pick. He had all the hype, like John. I was talking John. All the hype around him, and you're seeing what the other top 3 picks, or the 2 of them that were in the top 3, are doing for their teams. You can't get any type of production.
Hold on, number 2 not playing though.
True, Chat. I'm thinking Ivy went higher than he did. My bad. But Ivy's even playing better than him. So, like, my thing is, I know he's young, he's been a doubt, but right now, I would sell him.
That's crazy. John, who you selling stock in?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm selling Jimmy Butler stocks.
What?
Bradley Beal, and I'm gonna say I wrote Tyler Hero, but I'm gonna say
Yo, why are you hating on the Heat right now? Why are you selling Heat
he
stock?
said Bam too.
How are you selling Jimmy stock? That don't make no sense to me.
Nah, Jimmy, come on, man. I need more from him, honestly. He's not.
Boy, Nubia's gonna whoop you.
No.
Nubia's a Jimmy Butler fan from the TikToks, from what I'm seeing.
And Kyle Lowry stocks. I'm selling.
That's a stock you should sell, but don't be selling on. That's Tyler Hero and Jimmy have been them for the team, man. That's crazy. That's disrespectful.
You got a bomb. You got a bomb effect on there. They need to blow that shit up.
Hey, that's crazy for a guy who was a Jimmy Butler shot away from not making the finals. That's crazy.
I don't know what that looked like. I do know what it looks like.
Jimmy a shooter. Stop hating on Jimmy.
Hey, man, I'm selling stock in Kyle Lowry. I'm selling stock in Fred VanVleet. Them guys are just both of them are playing terrible miniature guys. You know, injuries. Once you get injured as a miniature guy and you're not the same athletically, then you're not really the guy. So I'm selling DeAndre Ayton stock. He number 1 overall pick. Got picked before Luka, and it's just sad. I don't care if it's the Suns; they just want to be there. Either way, he's just not living up to what we thought he was going to be, especially after that playoff run. And then lastly, I'm selling stock in the PG and Kawhi duo. Them as a duo, I'm selling stock in it. I don't believe in it anymore. I just don't believe it. Either they're not going to be on the court or they're going to choke when they're on the court. So either way, I'm selling stock on both of those, on that duo. Them as a duo. So that's where I'm selling my stock.
I can't do your whole team. It's a problem when I say that.
Yeah, bro, you did the whole team. Like, that's crazy, bro.
You did the whole team. You did the whole team.
I didn't do the whole team, bro. I said
Paul George.
I did 2 players.
I respect it.
All right, so next question I have for you guys is: with KD's injury, do we think the Nets can sustain? Like, what do we think this means for the Nets?
I think they're going to lose games. Strictly off of what I saw last night. They were in a good position to win the game, and Kyrie couldn't carry for some reason. And Kendrick Perkins dug into him on First Take, I think today, and was basically saying this is similar pattern to Kyrie's career, saying he can't carry teams everywhere he goes. Kendrick Perkins came out and said it. And Wayne did say that too. Wayne said that.
Dame could.
But here's what I'll say.
Russ could.
I think they're going to lose games based on what I watched.
John, what do you think?
No, I think they're going to be good. They're not going to lose crazy amount of games. They might slip 2 losses, honestly, within this next.
How many games they have in 2 months?
Listen, this team is still a great team. Kyrie is still Kyrie. You guys are.
I'm a Kyrie.
No. We got to start this, bro. Y'all got to be real with yourself. They are going to drop to the 8th seed. That is what's going to happen. They're going to drop to the 8th seed. You guys, I know Kyrie.
Don't say you guys. Don't say
no.
I'm
talking about John, because Kyrie's from his hood. So that's why he trying to be Kyrie. Kyrie's a Jersey boy. So that's why he's trying to, do what he do for Kyrie. Kyrie is not. Kyrie is a player, fantastic, great player. But the way you guys view Kyrie is the way a lot of people view Melo. And I hate to break it to you guys. It's not happening. Kyrie is just Melo with a ring. That's all he is, thanks to Braun. Kyrie is not a carrier of teams. He's not the guy to uplift. He's a great scorer. He can facilitate. I'll give him that. He's a way better facilitator. But the allure around Kyrie is the same allure Melo has. That's what I'm talking about. Where people think they're one of these great all-time greats. They're not. Get it out of your head.
Melo influenced our fucking generation. Shut up.
Listen.
Now what Kyrie's doing for this generation.
Big time.
He didn't influence me.
I mean, Carmelo.
Shut up. No, bro, shut up.
No, but who did Carmelo influence?
Listen.
Alex Charles.
That's it.
And not only that, man, Ben Simmons is he's going to show up.
I'm selling that stock. I've been trying to believe in it. That stock is sold.
He's going to show up. And he's showing up.
Wait. Ben Simmons can't make Sacramento.
Nah, he can't make. What? He can't even make Sacramento a lottery team. That's how bad he is. They'd be in the G League. My man wouldn't even look at the basket.
They bullied him into.
John, why do you think you talking about? Is Kyrie gonna be Kyrie? What is Kyrie without Braun? Without KD? What is Kyrie?
He's Kyrie Irving. That's what he is.
Lottery Irving.
Listen, man. Number one for a reason. You heard? And
thought
he's going to show it, man. He's not. Listen, he's going to show it, man. He's going to show it.
And I'll wake me up when he does that. So hopefully I don't be an eternal sleep.
Ben Simmons just had a double-double off of just points and rebounds, even though he couldn't score.
That's pretty big.
He's going against the best team in the league. So
he do that versus the Pacers too. And does that versus the OKC Thunder too. He just doesn't look at the basket.
If he could develop even like a mid-range.
He don't have to develop none of that. All you gotta do is just go to the basket. He's 6.
It's more than that.
He's 6'11".
You gotta be able to shoot free throws though.
Yeah. Psychologically he's not there. So with Ben not trying to give you 10 to 15 points a game with the 8 assists and 8 all, then that would make a difference. But that's not the Ben you getting. So this team is gonna drop to 8 seed.
Royce O'Neal stepping up. Steph Curry steps up. Listen, they're gonna be good, man.
Steph Curry unders on 3 is at 1.5. He's not doing anything. So I'm not believing in it. I don't believe in the Kyries without another superstar next to him. He's probably one of the best Robins ever. I give him that. But when it comes to being a man, he's not that guy. And then that's what's going to happen again, and they're going to drop down to the 8th seed. I don't see them doing anything good. They're going to drop to the 8th seed, then KD's going to come back, and they're going to find a way to be like a 6th seed. It's going to be the same pattern. KD's going to have to dig them up from the dead. So that's where I got them. So next question I have for you guys is, so now that Steph Curry has returned, do we think the Warriors can finish as a top 3 seed in the West?
No. I maybe top 5. Top 3 I think is going to be hard when you got, what's it called? You got Denver, Memphis, New Orleans is playing well. And then you got Dallas is ahead of them. They should be ahead of Dallas and Sac. So they can push top 4. Top 3 is going to be hard.
I don't see them making top 3. Like you said, Pelicans, Memphis, and Nuggets. And then you add the Mavs, Mavs should definitely be in front of the Mavs if they were getting wins, but they can't get wins either. So, and injuries playing a lot of parts. So I don't think they can't do it unless they go on a mean 10-game win streak. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I can see them finishing top 4. Top 3 it might be a little tough, especially with the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and the Nuggets, the way they're all playing. If I'm the Mavs shouldn't want to play the Warriors in the first round. So I don't know. They got to find a way to get out of that position, but I don't think the Mavs want to play the Warriors in the first round of the playoffs. The Warriors are still a scary matchup in the playoffs for anybody, regardless of what seeding they're at. But I do think they could possibly find a way to push for the 3rd seed. Possibly. I think it's going to be tough, really, really tough. But either way, they're still contenders to me. What do you guys think? They're still contenders to you guys?
Yeah, if they make the playoffs, Yeah, they're that type of team. They're like, no matter what, if you give them a shot, if they get a chance, they don't like take that like for granted. They play their ass off no matter what. If they make postseason, you're gonna get their best product in them series.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
for sure. They're definitely contenders. And then if they're all healthy, man, it's crazy. It'll be crazy. They just need to get a flow, and they don't have a good flow right now.
Draymond did an interview with Taylor Rooks, and he basically said that the relationship with him and Jordan Poole is definitely a working one. Do you think they'll ever get back to where they are? And do you think is kind of hurting the team as well? Because I would say I think it is a little bit just because the young players aren't playing the same as well. Like remember last year the young players was balling. Now this year they like Kuminga's not getting no PT. Nothing's going on. I think it changed. What we thought would just be a Jordan Poole and Draymond relationship. I think it changed the relationship of how the young guys and the older guys look at each other on that team. In my opinion,
I don't think it's ever going to reconcile. Maybe a championship can do that, but that's a stretch. I don't think the team's going to go to the championship, but they could. They could.
You don't think that you don't think they could get to the finals?
I mean, like I just said like a second ago, like yeah, they're going to play their best ball if they get in the postseason, but like there's a lot of good teams in the West this year, and a big thing like John keeps saying, he keeps reiterating, injuries. If they stay healthy, yeah, they could, but that's a big if. And one thing I will say, if I would, Wayne, if somebody split you and knocked you out, John, if somebody split you and knocked you out, supposed to be your teammate. You guys are just joking around. I mean, know they were goading you. You can get up and be cool with that guy after he just knocked you the fuck out, and be able to.
We'll definitely have to fight. I don't think no one can just like, But at the same time, their teammates.
Poole don't want to fight. Poole know he get well.
And I don't know how.
Fight.
What?
Poole don't want to fight him.
Nah, yeah. It's a sticky situation. But I don't think it matters at this point. I mean, it happened. You
don't think it matters at this point?
I don't think it matters in the sense of, like it's affecting the other younger players.
Bro, yeah, it would.
The older players. Not really,
bro. This is what I say.
It's typical, bro. It's typical, brother.
They gotta choose a side, though. They gotta choose a side.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. In the game of, I mean, we're talking about basketball. In the game of football, a lot of shit happens on football teams. Me and Wayne have witnessed fights between teammates, and some teammates have not been cool after them fights. For instance, I know this is when Gino was on the Jets, but when Buddy broke Gino's jaw, that boy got fired for breaking the guy's jaw.
It was a starting quarterback.
Well, I'm saying this was like a guy that's but I'm saying like shit happens. Like they didn't reconcile after that. Like that Damon and was it Damien and Pook? They were getting into it. They were not the best of friends, but it was like we need to get business done.
Yeah. Listen, man. If you put your hands on somebody, you can't react on how they're going to respond, right? So like you can't hate on the young players. Can't hate on Draymond for doing what he did. Honestly, even though Draymond should definitely know 100% more better than that. It's fucked up. It's messed up situation. But I don't think it's gonna affect it's not gonna affect the team, bro. They just not healthy.
Right. They were healthy and they weren't playing good, John.
Listen, the league is playing good too, though. That's what I'm saying. Like it's good defenders in this league. There's a lot of shit that go into it.
So you're saying people are catching up to Golden State, slowing them down?
They can never catch up unless they win 3 rings back to back to back. No, I don't think no one's catching up.
I'm telling you, they're slowing down the shooting. Like what makes Golden State Golden State.
I just think more people are shooting well, and they're winning, man. Other teams could just win games better, so.
I think it's being affected. I think it's being affected, but we'll see. Let's get into this next topic, man. So right now, the Denver Nuggets are the number 1 seed in the in the West, right? They recently did play the Celtics, and Jokic was kicking ass. So, my question to you all are the Denver Nuggets the best team in basketball right now?
That's a tough question. That's a tough question. Because I mean, a couple teams have the right to try to say that, but I can see what you're saying. On paper,
We talking
you
about
know,
ain't no paper right now.
on paper, and what they are currently playing like, I would say yeah. Because look at their starting five. That's a dangerous starting five. And you got a guy like Highland that's on the bench that's giving you 13,
Bones
15.
that's somebody I would buy some stock in too. I just can't
Yeah, I
think.
forgot 13, 15 points a game. And then I think they have another guy, I can't think of his name, that's giving you like at least double digits. Like that team overall, yeah, but I still believe it. I mean, I don't want to give any Celtics credit because John's on here because I don't want to gas your team up. But
No, they're the best team.
Celtics in my eyes still are the best team, even if they lost to the Nuggets. But are the Nuggets capable of being the best team in the league? Yeah, they're definitely the best team in the West. Probably the second team. If they're not one, they're two. Put it that way. But in my eyes, the Celtics.
John, you think y'all could beat the Nuggets in a 7-game series?
Team.
We beat the yes, I do think so.
If Jamal and Porter are playing healthy and they're clicking, you think y'all could beat the Nuggets in a 7-game series?
We will beat them if we even match up with them in the finals this year. I think we will, man.
Celtics are deep, man.
We got 31 wins. How is the Nuggets better than us? We played the Nuggets as well.
And they kicked y'all ass
in the season. No, we did lose to them, but we tied 1-1 right now. So, and that's
all you guys play. Yeah,
that's before they had it going.
We split win. No, it doesn't matter.
Y'all had the same team. Y'all just had Malcolm Brogdon addition. They had a bunch of new pieces on their team. Now they rolling, and Jamal's still not Jamal yet.
I don't know if we ever gonna see that same Jamal ever again.
All we gotta do is see 80% of that Jamal, and it's a problem.
He has spurts. Okay, hold on a second. Listen, Nuggets is the second best team though.
I disagree, man. I think they are the best team in the league right now, and I do think Jokic is the best player in the league as well. I don't think anybody wants to play the Nuggets currently, right now. I think no one has an answer for Jokic, unless it's the Miami Heat, of course, because Bam had him sort of in check. But I'm just trolling. But no, I think if the Celtics ran into the Nuggets, it would be a hard day. I think Jokic will get a lot of your big men in foul trouble. And I think by the time the playoffs come around, Jamal Murray will be playing on at least 80% to the Jamal Murray that we know, and everything will be fine. I think that will be good. But I still think the Grizzlies have a chance to be considered the top team in the NBA as well as the Celtics. I think it's Celtics 1, Celtics 2, Nuggets 1, Celtics 2, and the Grizzlies 3. Would you agree with that, Chubbs?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, so those are the top 3 teams to me. I don't know where John went, but I do want to go ahead and get into these Mount Rushmores for these teams. So
I don't know where John is at either. I thought you were talking to him when I was.
But we'll go ahead and get started. Last segment of the day, we're gonna continue doing the Mount Rushmores for the teams until we get through all 30 teams in the NBA and all 32 teams in the NFL. So the first team that we have up for the Mount Rushmore, Chubbs, is the San Antonio Spurs.
Before we get into it, because me and you, because I don't know what John's at, do you have any issues or problems with? We'll go by one. Spurs. Do you have any difficulties before we go into them? Like, do you have any?
No, I think people are not gonna like my last Spur for my who I had for the Mount Rushmore. I don't think people are gonna take kind to.
John, did you have any issues with the Spurs? before we get into it? Like, did you have any tough ones that you don't need to tell them? Say it. Just say if you had any issues. They got tough.
I didn't really have no issues. No, not really.
All right.
For the Spurs, no.
Yeah. Well, I'll start it off then. My Mount Rushmore for the San Antonio Spurs. It's pretty simple. Timmy D has to be on Tim Duncan, the greatest Spur in that franchise, hands down, and greatest power forward ever. Stand on that. David Robinson, the general. If you think of Spurs, you think
The
Timmy
Admiral.
or Admiral, whatever. General, Admiral, military. The military. George Gervin, his ugly layup self. I hate using your package in 2K, but hey, man, you were lit, man. You were lit. And then the fourth one, it was hard. You could go so many directions. You could go Tony, Ginobili, Michael Finley. I'm joking. Kawhi Leonard. But I ended up going Tony Parker. He won I think he won 4 rings with in his time at Spurs with Tim Duncan. He was Tim Duncan's point guard. And then they got Manu. So Tony Parker ended up on my Mount Rushmore for San Antonio.
It's on you, John.
I got Tim Duncan, Kawhi, Ginobili, Tony Parker, and you just throw David Robinson in there for, of course. You got
yeah, that's crazy, John. John, that's crazy.
Kawhi's not on there.
No, Kawhi's not on there, bro.
Man.
And you can't have
all started at, man. That boy 2-time champ.
You don't got David Robinson on there who won MVP of the league.
Listen, I'm just speaking from my eyes. Like, I don't really,
Okay.
All right, so
I'm speaking from my eyes.
All right.
That's
okay,
it.
so this is about to get real controversial.
I'm speaking my own truth.
I'm dead. So for my Mount Rushmore for the Spurs is Tim Duncan, of course, David Robinson, George Gervin, and Manu Ginobili.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
All right, let's go to Utah Jazz.
Ooh, okay. So Utah Jazz, I think three are pretty simple. I think we all should have the same 3. The fourth are going to be, it's a matter of opinion. John Stockton, assist leader in NBA. That's that's self-explanatory. The mailman, Karl Malone, self-explanatory. Pistol Pete Maravich, and then I got Donovan Mitchell on their Mount Rushmore.
Ooh, that's spicy. That's a spicy.
It's not that spicy. I got them too, though. But I got Stockton, Carmelo, Donovan, and I got Rudy. I ain't gonna lie.
Rudy goes there.
What?
They a package. Donovan and Rudy a package.
What the hell?
Hey man,
that's
it. I'm clipping that. You be on TikTok soon, John.
Listen, I'm not. They a package, man. I'm just.
Maybe I'm just the old head here, man. I got Malone, Stockton, Adrian Dantley, Pistol Pete.
Dantley was my
honorable mention. Donovan Mitchell, not no damn Rudy Gobert. Honorable mentions are Donovan Mitchell and Darren Williams.
So the reason why I went Donovan, I never got to watch Adrian, and I know Donovan was like that, carrying that team. So even though he was only there for like 4 years, still think so.
Next, we got the Portland Trailblazers.
All right. I had some issues with this a little bit.
Why? This was easy, man.
I mean, all right. So I got Clyde Drexler and I got Bill Walton. And then I had to dig deep into their whole thing. Terry Porter, I ended up putting on it. And then, I got Dame Lillard. Just because,
the top 3 should have been easy. This the last one you should have just had questions about. The top 3 should have been easy. Stop it, bro.
I tried, I did some research, but a lot of places didn't have Dame on it. A lot of places didn't have
Dame. There's only 3 players on this team in the top 75.
See, that was my thing. I try to think of, okay, those guys were that generation. Who carried them for the generation I watched? And the only person I could think of, Portland Trailblazers, was Dame Lillard. I couldn't think of anybody else. So,
All right.
yeah.
I'm talking about Dame should have been easy. Should have been Dame, Walton, Clyde, and after that you got to think.
I'll say Dame, Clyde, Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge.
LaMarcus Aldridge was up there, yeah.
And Clyde. So
yeah, not having Bill Walton is crazy, John. That's crazy.
What can I say?
I got Bill Walton, Dame, Clyde, and LaMarcus Aldridge for my Blazers Mount Rushmore. Next we got the Warriors. No, I'm lying. Did we do the Warriors already? No, I skipped the Warriors.
No, we haven't done the Warriors yet.
We got the Warriors.
I got Steph. I got Wilt Chamberlain. I got Rick Barry. And this one kind of got hard to me. I know a lot of people are going to probably say, like, a lot of people that pay attention to history, Chris Mullin, but I didn't watch Chris Mullin, and growing up playing NBA Live and NBA 2K, the guy that was
just do it, just.
Baron Davis is on my Mount Rushmore.
That's not who I had.
Don't do Monte Ellis. Do not say Monte Ellis. Do not say Monte Ellis.
I'm doing it. I got Steph, Wilt, Rick Barry. All right, hold on. Go, John.
All right. I got Steph, Clay, KD, Iguodala, and Monte Ellis.
Hey!
But I ain't gonna lie. I'm just sorry. KD not in there.
Oh my god.
I say, let me get your Warriors Mount Rushmore again, John.
Hey, say it again.
Hey, listen. No funny though. I got Iguodala.
Fade the universe.
Clay, Steph. Tell me if I'm wrong. Monte Ellis. Come on, baby.
It's 4.
I named 5.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore is 4.
Hey,
he named the 79, 73 win Golden State Warriors.
All right, you can take one of them out.
John, he said Iguodala, bro. I want Iguodala. Yo,
you can say Iggy out and put Monte above him.
Nah, we keep it in there, man.
He said keep it. All right, go ahead. Go see it.
Yeah, I got Steph, Wilt, Rick Barry, and I got Monte Ellis in my Warriors Mount Rushmore, man.
You think Monte has bigger impact on the Warriors culture?
Hey, he's the only reason why we was watching the Warriors.
I don't know, man. Baron Davis and Jason Richardson were lit.
Jason Richardson is the name I thought about. That was one name I thought about. But I like Monte. Monte for the culture, man. All right, and then lastly, in my opinion, this is the worst Mount Rushmore.
I hated this.
This is the worst Mount Rushmore. Sorry, Raptors fan, but your franchise is terrible. I know it's new, but this is the worst Mount Rushmore ever. In any categories, this is the worst Mount Rushmore that can possibly be made.
I got Vince Carter, Chris Bosh, Kyle Lowry, and I got Kawhi Leonard. Yep, I got Kawhi Leonard. I know who you're gonna say.
One season?
I know. Yes, he made a big impact one season.
He's there.
I'm not putting who you're about to say. I know he was on the team. I didn't put him on it. He had a bigger impact elsewhere. Go, Wayne.
No, it's John.
I'll say Chris Bosh, Vince Carter. I definitely got Kawhi in there, and the toss-up between Kyle Lowry and DeMar, honestly.
Yeah, it's Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, Vince Carter, and Chris Bosh.
So I'll bring up Wing now, man.
I'm surprised.
He did bring them the ring.
Didn't he play for that team? Because I swear a big name played for Raptors, and I thought about it, and I was like, he didn't play for him long enough. Yeah, didn't Tracy play for the Raptors?
Yeah, but he ain't on that shit.
Yeah, he didn't play long enough.
Yeah, so, I think not having DeMar DeRozan, the greatest Raptor to ever play, Not on.
See,
the
that
Mount
was
Rushmore is
I was
crazy.
like Kawhi or DeMar, and I was like, you know what, Kawhi won a ring.
Yeah. Kawhi probably had a bigger
he brought them a championship.
He brought them a championship, so I get why he put him on there, even though it was only for one season. He could, if he stayed in Toronto, he would be the best Raptor of all time.
Did they build a statue for him? I swear they did.
No, that's crazy.
That's coming.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
It's on the way. And
you know
who's paying for it? Drake.
Drake offered him that airplane. He said, "No, I'm gonna go to LA." All right, man. That is the end of the episode. Y'all got anything y'all want to say to the people before we get up out of here?
Baltimore by 3.
Now he drunk.
Yeah, you out. By 3 what?
Points.
Losing
by less than 3?
No.
All right, got you.
Y'all better off missing the plane to go to Cincinnati.
Also,
I heard they rested Joe Burrell after the first quarter.
They didn't. That's interesting.
And
I'm glad you said Joe Burrow because I'm saying this. This is to you, Rob Gronkowski. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Saying that Joe Burrow decimated the Ravens in Week 18. He went 25 for 42 for 215 and 1 touchdown. That's not decimated. Maybe you need to get your head scanned for CTE because you don't know better.
Hey, man, don't be making those CTE jokes, man. You're a former football player, man.
Man, that shit got me hot.
Anything about the Ravens gets you hot.
No. Because bro, he went on national television and said they got decimated Week 18. It's gonna happen again. And the dude went 25 42 for 215.
He was speaking into existence. He about to decimate you guys this weekend.
It was against backup corners.
First 16.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Ravens by 3.
Hey, man, I'm just here to enjoy some football, man. And I'm an enjoyer of the game of football. Want to see some good football games played, no blowouts, no injuries. But yeah, man, football season, playoffs is here. Excited to see, get all pros. We'll talk about that on Monday. And until next time, man, my name is Wayne, and we will talk to you guys. Hold up, John, you got anything you want to say to people before you get out of here about your sorry-ass Eagles?
Whoa. Sorry-ass Eagles. All right, this week I'm rooting for the Seahawks, okay, guys? If the Seahawks win, Eagles will play the Seahawks and we'll beat the Seahawks, okay? If not, if all else fails, we'll play either the Buccaneers, and I don't think the Cowboys going to do anything.
If I were you, I'd rather you want to play the Buccaneers. You'd rather want to play Brady.
Nah, I don't want to test the waters, and we're gonna see Dak test the waters, all right? And yeah, Eagles winning the Super Bowl. I did predict them they were gonna be 10-0. They did not sweep the division, but we're gonna make a Super Bowl run, okay? And that's that.
It's gonna be crazy when y'all lose to Brock motherfucking Purdy.
We ain't gonna play him.
Purdy. He won a Super Bowl.
We're gonna see.
We rocking with Brock.
They got a great team.
We rocking with Brock, baby.
Nah, he's definitely, bro. They cannot ask for a better situation ever. He's actually really stepping up. So,
all right, man. Till next time, we'll see you guys.
They say he might be the modern day Troy Aikman.